भारतीय कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के महासचिव कॉमरेड डी राजा, साथ में बगल में हमारे राष्ट्रीय परिषद के सदस्य कॉमरेड पांडे जी, पीके पांडे जी, हमारे जिला सचिव अजय कुमार सिंह जी, हमारे पूर्व सचिव केडी सिंह जी, हमारे राज्य कार्यकारिणी के साथी अधिवक्ता ए.के. रशीदी जी आए हैं। हम लोग स्वागत करते हैं उनको। आज 2 दिवसीय सम्मेलन अखिल भारतीय किसान सभा के पतरातू में होने जा रहा है। झारखंड में विस्थापन के सवाल को लेकर, भूमि अधिग्रहण के सवाल को लेकर, नवीन जिंदल से लेकर, अडानी से लेकर हिंडाल्को, तमाम कंपनियां जो झारखंड में चारागाह बनाने के लिए आ रहे हैं, उनके विरुद्ध में एक बड़ी रणनीति हम लोग तैयार करेंगे ताकि झारखंड के किसानों को न्याय मिल सके, उनको अधिकार मिल सके और झारखंड में भूमि अधिग्रहण कानून 2000 लागू हो सके, 2013। इन सारे चीज़ों पर रणनीति बनाने के लिए पूरे राज्य भर से 400 डेलीगेट हमारे वहाँ पहुँचेंगे और उसी के उद्घाटन करने के लिए हमारे महासचिव, सम्मेलन का उद्घाटन करने के लिए महासचिव झारखंड आए हुए हैं।
Friends, at the outset, I must express my thanks to my party comrades who are given this grand reception. I also take this opportunity to congratulate the new members who joined our party, including 2 women comrades who joined our party today. It shows the Communist Party of India is growing in strength in the state of Jharkhand. I congratulate our state leadership to take this process forward to strengthen the party at all levels. Friends, when I came to Ranchi, Jharkhand, the news came has been granted bail. Our party welcomes it. In fact, our party is one of the first parties to condemn the arrest of Mr. Soren. We condemned the union government for using ED, CBI and other central agencies to target the opposition parties, to target the leaders of opposition parties, to intimidate, to cripple their activities. This has been going on. And we saw what happened to Mr. Kejriwal in Delhi. We saw what happened to Mr. Soren in Jharkhand. Now law is taking its course. Mr. Soren has been granted bail. We hope the truth will triumph, justice will prevail, and Mr. Soren will have full liberty to work for the people of Jharkhand, to fight for the rights and interests of the state of Jharkhand. Having said that, friends, the elections are just over and we have a change of government. Mr. Modi is Prime Minister, but how we understand the verdict of the people? The President's address claims people have given the mandate for a strong, stable government. But we should know the people's verdict, mandate is not for Mr. Modi, is not for BJP. BJP could not get the adequate number to form the government on its own. it has to depend upon some allies like JDU, TDP in Andhra Pradesh, and some other parties. So it is not one party government, it is a coalition government. And how long this coalition government is going to survive, how long this government is going to last, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anytime the government can go. But the point is, what are the policies this government is going to pursue? The president's address claims India is going to become one of the 3 largest economies in the world. Now they claim it is one of the 5 largest economies, but it will become one of the 3 largest economies in the world. But what is the state of economy in India? Comrade should understand. Comrade Mahendra Pathak was referring to some corporate houses coming over to Jharkhand and taking over the natural resources of Jharkhand. Government for the past 10 years pursued the economic policy in order to help the corporate houses, Adani's, Ambani's and other corporate houses. That is why in India we witness unprecedented inequality. Poor people have become more poor. The top corporate houses have become rich and super rich. And President's address does not refer to the economic conditions within the country. Unemployment, underemployment are the most burning problems in our country. Our young people do not have any bright future. They are facing a very gloomy, uncertain future. Unemployment, underemployment. Prices of all commodities are increasing. Inflation is increasing. Inflation. But government doesn't have any sensitivity to refer to these issues. Now the value of Indian rupee is falling down. And India is one country which is having more foreign debt. Modi promised he will bring black money, everyone will get 15 lakh rupees. Now every citizen will get foreign debt, because foreign debt it is all on citizens. We have to pay the foreign debt also. So this is the state of economy, and the policies are very disastrous. That is why the people did not give mandate to BJP. Mr. Modi was speaking about 400 par. Where is that 400 par? And 370 for BJP. Where is that 370? So Modi cannot claim people have given him mandate or verdict. In fact, it is defeat for Mr. Modi. I don't say it is only moral defeat. It is a political defeat for Mr. Modi, because the constitution became a central issue during election campaign. BJP leaders, many of them, started saying they will bring 400 seats and constitution will be changed. Constitution will be replaced. But what happened? People took it seriously. People rejected such idea, and people voted against BJP for speaking like that. And today constitution, everyone is taking oath in the name of constitution, including Modi. So it means what? People have given a thrashing defeat for Mr. Modi, and BJP. They should realize that. On the other hand, the India bloc has emerged as a force to be reckoned with inside parliament and outside parliament. Outside parliament. Because India bloc parties, Communist Party of India, we are telling the people that the issues of livelihood of the people will be addressed adequately by India bloc parties. What are the issues of livelihood? Access to education, access to healthcare, access to employment, access to housing, access to food. These are the basic issues of livelihood. Now, there is agitation all over the country against need. Tamil Nadu is one state which started opposing need from the beginning. Now it has become a national issue. Proper needs, money trade, mafia in the field of education. Many people have been arrested, but government is not assuring that need will be scrapped. And there is a demand inside parliament. Parliament did not work yesterday because the India bloc parties wanted a special debate on the issue of need, whether we need or not, what should be done. But government did not allow any discussion, so parliament session was adjourned. As a party, we also demand that need must be scrapped. The state governments should have the power to decide how they will move forward as far as professional education is concerned, including medical education. So need has become a problem. It shows the crisis in our educational system. The same way we can go on listing many issues. Mr. Modi government has been proved to be disaster. For the past 10 years, what we witnessed was disastrous. And Modi talked about good governance, but what we witnessed was misgovernance. It was not good governance, but misgovernance, misrule, disaster. That's why people did not give mandate to BJP. At the same time, the India bloc parties should understand the people's mandate, but it in the proper perspective. So, India bloc parties are standing up with the people, taking up the issues of the people. Then this year, after parliament elections, this year, next year, we will have elections to the state legislative assemblies, including Jharkhand. We will be having elections to the state legislative assemblies. We are hopeful and we appeal to the people to reject BJP, and to support the secular democratic parties which have come together under the banner of India. And here in Jharkhand also, I appeal to the people of Jharkhand to reject BJP and to support the secular democratic parties which have come together under India. These are some of the issues I thought I should tell you the press conference at Ranchi. Even the president's address talked about farmers. The condition of farmers is worse, continues to be worse. Government suddenly announced the minimum support price. What is that minimum support price? It is not a support price, and it is minimum minus. Actually, it doesn't help farmers because the minimum support price is not linked with wholesale price index, and minimum support price is not on the basis of recommendation made by Swaminathan Commission. Swaminathan was awarded with Bharat Ratna, but Modi government doesn't want to implement, doesn't want, you know that. But the Swaminathan Commission gave the recommendation that minimum support price for all agricultural produce, a legally guaranteed minimum support price. But Modi government doesn't care for that. But they claim they are with farmers. How they can be with farmers? This is what we should understand. So Modi government's policies are pro-corporate, for the corporate houses, not for working people, not for farmers, not for Dalits, Adivasis. Yeah, that is why the reservation also became a big issue during election campaign, because Dalits, tribal people, they were all very much worried if BJP wins political power, what will happen to reservation policy? What will happen to get jobs and get access to education? So we should understand all these things. Now in Jharkhand, what is happening? We all know the HEC. You know HEC? And I am told 24 months they are not being given salary. How it can go on like this? Sir, all heavy industry, public sector undertaking, but no salary. How this can happen? Mr. Modi should be questioned. Mr. Modi should answer to the workers in Jharkhand. Mr. Modi should answer to the people of Jharkhand why it is all happening. That's why our party will plan agitations and struggles in order to protect the rights and interests of the workers, farmers, agricultural workers, all working people in Jharkhand, not only in Jharkhand, across the country. That is what we are planning, and in fact our national executive of our party, national council of our party are going to meet in the first part of July. We are going to discuss further how to mobilize people, how to get the people in the struggle for their rights and demands. This is what I